We're experiencing cooler temperatures today. It's the month of November, and we found the walleye sequestered in 30 to 33 feet of water. Most of the fish are 3/4 of the way down or deeper in the water column. So it's going to be important for us to put our baits deep and in front of those fish in order to trigger strikes. We're barely set up today with a pattern of flicker minnows and Walleye Nation creation baits when two flicker minnows pull back on the Opti Tackle boards heavy under the pressure of big late season walleyes. Now joining me today are two of the first mates in the BSO organization. I've got Eric Brown with us, and I've also got my good buddy Bill Rafferty. We're barely set to film in windy conditions when these fish strike. So as we land the first two, it gives us an opportunity to actually talk to you a little bit about what we're doing to place these baits in front of the walleye.
Let's show everybody, Billy, these the baits that we just took that nice double on eyes on. There's a pink lemonade. That thing in the flicker minnow has been so good for us all year on walleyes here. We questioned whether to put it in today or not. We were going to switch it with a flashy ghost. You talked me out of it. That's a good call, Bill, because that thing worked absolutely phenomenal. There's one eye. The second eye, that's a great standby right there in the flicker minnow pattern. That one is a purple Bengal. They call that a purple Bengal. If there's a walleye around, he's going to pick that up and he's going to grab that. Now what we're doing is you can push a flicker minnow all the way back in your pattern and you're going to get around 23 feet out of it. We're fishing in about 30 feet of water. We want to be down on these fish that we're seeing right on the bottom. So what we're doing is we're running 65 feet of line out. Then we're putting a 2-ounce Gibb weight in line. We're doubling. We're going 65 this weight, another 65 feet to 130. We were 130, 130, and 125 on the starboard board, and the 125 and the 130 with those two flicker minnows hitting that double on eyes. And what that does is, instead of going to a reef runner or a Walleye Nation creation order, working with the minnow patterns that you know are working on a regular basis, just putting that 2-ounce Gibb weight halfway in between and sinking those baits closer to the boat and closer to the pattern and still achieve that same depth. Did it work? Absolutely. That was a perfect double. Let's go to the next fish. We got a small eye on here, I'm not sure. The middle board's drifted back just a tiny little bit. We're in heavy wind right here. Eric's pulling me straight up into the waves. This is Walleye Nation creation here on a 1-ounce Gibb weight. Bring it in easy. Take the Opti board off. Take the Opti Tackle board off. Feels to me like it's an eye. What I did here, because we're waiting, we're running all 130 on this side of the boat. Instead of swimming this bait back into position, I actually took the inside rod and pushed it out into the middle position. Okay. Now, can you do the same thing I do, Willie? Can you now? And wait a minute, I've got another line here. Hold on just a second. I don't know what he's into. Tell you what I'm doing. Nice big eye too. Hold tight. He's into another line. Hold on, Billy. Don't know. I got it. You got it. Just stay right with me. The Walleye Nation creation, and he's hooked up in one of my other baits. So here's what we're gonna do right here. Got him. Got him. Not bad. Fight him in. Fight him in and land him too. Look at the size of that walleye. He barely pulled it back, and look at the belly. Go right in tight on that, Bill. I mean, go right in tight. That thing is freaking enormous. And he barely pulled the rod back. Crazy, right? Yep. absolutely crazy. That Walleye Nation creation, that chartreuse and green. That's the first one that hit. That's on a 1 ounce system. We're running 65 feet, 1 ounce, and then putting another one on. Let's take a look at this fish right here, Billy. Not a long walleye, but look at the belly on that guy. Just an absolute dandy. Advanced fin on the top. That's the way a walleye is supposed to look. That's how it's working. Doubling the distance on weight rods. Coming up here, Eric, we should be into those perch buoys pretty close, so just keep an eye out for them. 65 feet, weight, another 65 feet, working over that 30 to 35 feet of water, producing beautiful late November walleyes. Wind down, Billy. Forward, Eric. A little bit to the left, sir. How's he feeling, Billy?
Pretty heavy.
Now, you saw him pull back on the inside board. So we're running a 1 ounce weight on that Walleye Nation creation. We're 65, 1 ounce weight, and another 65. So it's 130 on the port side. Good fish coming up right here. Here we can see that Opti Tackle board coming right now. And neutral, Eric. Here it comes. It's going to come right in. This one we've replaced. Forward. These red releases that you see right here that we replace at the back end, those are available in 2 packs from Opti Tackle, KMDA. And that's what we've done. If we've changed that, we've replaced that at the back of that board. That way we can trip the front release and that board will stay right on the line. Easy, Billy. Neutral. What Billy's doing is just keeping steady, even pressure on this fish. He's coming right in. We're hypnotizing this fish all the way to the back of the boat. Forward. Pump him too much. What do we got on the counter? 75. 75. I'm going to step right back here and pull this net. Stay right here with me, Billy. We'll keep him on that right-hand side. Just keeping steady, even pressure on this rod. The reason we're doing that, we don't want that fish to sense any change in pressure whatsoever. As the fish comes in, what's going to transpire is we're going to get to the bead chain, which means we're 7 feet down to the lure. When we see that fish neutral, Eric, when we see that fish come into that position, Billy's going to stop wind Bill now. Forward. He's going to stop winding and he's going to start backing up at the same speed so that fish doesn't sense any change in pressure. 26 feet. Good. He's moving right over where he needs to move. Perfect. Neutral. There's the bead. I can see the weight. The weight slid. Stay right here with me, Bill. Put your knees right against the transom. Big fish. Keep him coming. Keep him coming. He's barely easy. Keep his head in. Start backing up. Start backing up. Start backing up. And boom. Forward. Jumbie right there, buddy boy. Jumbie eye right there. Look at the size of that dude right there. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. There's the mellow yellow right there. Chartreuse has been a big bait for us here today. That one's looking good. That 1 ounce weight slid.
Fantastic.
All right, we're going to take you through a complete set right here on exactly what we're doing when we're fishing this double pattern with our weights. I just changed the bait on this rig. This is a classic bait that's always done very well. This is a flashy pearl. We had a purple flash on there that hasn't hit this morning, so we're going to swap this out. We're working on this side of the boat, so we put the rod tip over on this side of the boat. We zero our counter, and I want to fish this at 130 feet. So I'm going to go to 65 feet on the counter, and then I'm going to show you how we put that Gibb weight on and how we actually attach this thing to the Opti board. So we'll go through the complete set. You can see on the Okuma Deadeye there, I'm getting to 65. Now here's what I do. Watch my foot. Here's what I do. I put my foot down, and I block the butt of the rod so that I can continue to work out this side and the rod stays standing up and easy access. Now come on in, let's put this weight on. We're going to take the Gibb weight, we put the line under that, we'll put the line under this prong. There it is. Put the line under this prong, and then we pinch it down into the tip so that that tip of that Gibb weight is facing forward. Now we're going to continue to let line out until we're at 130 feet. So we're going 65, 2-ounce Gibb weight, and then another 65 feet. As we come in on 130, we're there. We leave the bail open, clicker on, lock the butt of the rod again with my foot. Now I'm going to twist this line. I'm going to twist it up just like I'm doing right here, and I'm going to retrain under here, and I'm going to grab this board. Now I place that twisted line into the front clip, and then I pull that tab down so that loop in the line is barely showing. Then I take the rear clip. It's got a pin in it, so when I open the jaws, I bring it all the way to the back and make sure it's on the back side of the pin. That's the way that board looks when it's set up. We're going to drop it in the water. Now we let it go under pressure in the upright position. Once it's back far enough into the pattern, then all we have to do is engage the reel like so in the holder, and that board is going to swim right into position. Now we're set. We know that those baits are right down around 27 to 30 feet. That's where the bulk of the walleyes that we're seeing are in this run. And that's going to keep us right on top of the fish. Eric Brown locked in battle with another one, buddy boy.
Yeah, we are.
It's frosty. It's late November, the day before Thanksgiving. We're on a knot of walleyes right here. We're running Walleye Nation Creations, and we're running flicker minnows. And right now the flicker minnows seem to be standing out a little bit better. And bay rats on the weight rods have taken some vicious strikes. We haven't landed any of those fish yet, but they've been getting bit. So this is coming in right here. We're using our Opti Tackle boards. You're perfect, Billy, right here. Perfect. You see this Opti Tackle board coming right here. I know that wind is going to be tough on everybody, but here comes that Opti Tackle board. So easily seen, so visible. Billy says, watch that middle board. It's going back, it's going back. They catch your eye, that lime green color, boy, better than any other board on the market. And they really, really do a great job. We're going to take this board, step right over here into the corner for me now. All the way to the left because we're wide open there. Keep coming. Keep coming. Billy, when this comes up and I take it off, we may bop in and out of neutral on this fish. I'm not sure. Keep winding. Okay, hold tight. Yep, you're good. Back up for me now. Back up. Lay that right in my hand. Okay, raise your rod tip. Wind. Here comes the board. Here comes the board right now. We're gonna take this off. Okay, go ahead. That's why we're running those Opti Tackle boards, because that bright lime green, that shows up better than any other board on the market. It's absolutely fantastic color for being able to see. How's he feeling, bud?
Feels good.
Steady, even pressure on him. Okay, hold tight here. Let me check your drag. Stop. Give you just a little bit more. We're using the Okuma 20D right there, the convector, on our Deadeye rods, which we've used for years. Fantastic setup for walleye. Fantastic setup for cold water fish like browns. Absolutely perfect. Billy, you be ready to put me in neutral, okay? We're coming right in. You can see we're sub 70 feet right now. We're going to 65 feet there on the counter is what we're watching. He's coming right in. Keep him right over here to this left side because we want to stay out of this weight rod that's over here on the side. Eric, just keep him coming. I'm going to slide this board down here, get it out of the way. Here he comes. Coming right in. Give me neutral, Bill. He's still there. Yeah, easy, easy, easy. Keep him coming. Keep him coming. The weight must have slid. Yep, keep him coming, keep him coming, keep him coming there. Nice eye, keep him coming. Start backing up for me. Easy, easy. Back up, back up, back up. Got him. Forward, Bill. Got a male right there, and coming on the purple Bengal. Just a beautiful, beautiful fish right there. Perfect. That's just tremendous for eating. Eric Brown, that's the way to hypnotize them to the boat, brother.
Yeah, it is.
That's just exactly how to do it.
Yep.
Well done. Willie, good job on the wheel, pal. There it is. Nice walleye right there. Male, probably about a 5-pounder. Look at the nice, pretty white on the ends of the fins right here. Gorgeous looking fish, buddy. Nice job. The flickers are doing it.
A nice fish indeed. I'd like to thank Eric Brown and Bill Rafferty for helping me put today's video together. The fall is one of our favorite times of year to fish because of the great walleye action, the superior northern pike, and the huge smallmouth bass. But when the temps get really cold and the walleye congregate, you can use the techniques that we shared today to help you dial in on a little bit of Lake Ontario gold. I'm Captain Bill Saiff III. Join me here again next time.